Volunteer week, and where better to volunteer than right here at Rogers Television. Some amazing people have done it, still are doing it. With us right now, Jean-François Dufault is with us, Community Engagement Specialist, Rogers TV. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Can I say as well, congratulations. You just received an award from Rogers for being here, like, what, 20 years, 2 decades?
Yeah, it's been 20 years. So in February 3rd, 20 years. So I started in 1998. I was 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you actually started volunteering, co-oping. Can you tell us a bit about your experience?
Yeah, that's right. Like a lot of people that work here or who have worked here in the past, they've started as volunteers. And I was in my last year of high school, wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I've always liked television and film and all that, and I used to make like little videos when I was a kid. I had a home movie camera and used to like edit and a little bit and film all sorts of things. And my career counselor basically said, why don't you just go to Rogers? And I wasn't really sure that what that was, essentially. So I started volunteering, did a co-op, and I just fell in love with television broadcasting.
Yeah. And they can't get rid of you. You're just
They can't get rid of me.
You know, you just love what you do. But you're a major part of what happens here at Rogers Television. So you basically, you coordinate the volunteers?
Yeah, so the title sort of says it. So I try to engage the community into coming over to Rogers TV and either working as a volunteer or as a community producer as well. Because you can also do produce a TV show if you've got a concept. We can help you grow that.
That's impressive.
With us, and it's the perfect place to gain experience in obviously television broadcasting, but also if you just want to expand your horizons, if you don't necessarily want to do television broadcasting, it's a great place to make some great contacts. And just learn how to socialize with people and grow, basically.
It's really impressive, and I love that about Rogers Television, because just about anybody can come on in, be a volunteer, and be part of the exciting atmosphere here. How many volunteers are active right now at Rogers TV?
I would say we have about 150 to 200 volunteers that are active, whether it's studio, mobile productions, community producers, multiculturalism and all that. We have a wide range of volunteers, and the age range is from 14 years old all the way up to like 75.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, though, if we could specify a little more. If somebody's watching right now and they think they want to get into television, what roles are offered in the volunteer positions?
So basically we start off with usually either studio camera. I usually meet the volunteers individually, and I really ask them, my first question is, what's the dream? What do you want to do? And then depending on what they want to do, I start them off either in the studio, because it's the most basic thing to try out first, camera. It's the easiest sort of role. And then we go from there, and it's up to the volunteer to see how far they want to jump as well. And it always helps when the volunteer shows a lot of enthusiasm and really is eager to learn. And if ever that's a little bit more of a problem, I try to push them a little bit, like, hey, you can do this, you can do that. Also, the other positions you can do is you can do audio, you can do graphics work, editing, and on mobiles for sports. So we cover majorly all the home Ottawa 67s games. Now it's over, unfortunately, but it's going to start back up this fall.
Of course.
So it's a perfect time to maybe sign up, get some training. So when the first actual OHL game is going to start off, you're going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
and can I mention as well, I mean, Daytime Ottawa, it's run by volunteers.
Basically.
We're volunteer staff, a lot of amazing people behind the scenes, of course. Look, we can see some of the amazing people.
There
Look,
they are.
Don't let go of that camera, by the way. We need to keep that focused. And I love that about this facility. I've met so many amazing people through the volunteer staff. So you do definitely make friends.
You make friends and you expand your social circle, like, it's unbelievable. And if you want to get into that business, I mean, we have pros like you.
Thank you.
And, well, I always mention that to people. It's Dylan Black that hosts the show. He's been working in the industry for a long time, and he's a great person to know for tips and stuff like that. We've been through it all, right? And a lot of the volunteers that have started here at Rogers TV are in the industry today. They work for the big boxes, like Sportsnet and all those different channels, right?
And it's so true, too. I mean, myself being a part of Daytime Ottawa for the past 7 or 8 years, I myself have got to meet big names, celebrities, sports stars, and that's always a lot of fun as well. You never know who's going to be walking through the doors.
Exactly. And this is the whole point for this week, for National Volunteer Week, is to really thank all of the volunteers, because without them, it would.
We wouldn't
like
have
we
a show.
always we always say that, but it's true. Without them behind the cameras, behind the audio boards, the graphics, and all that, nothing could really go on here.
So how many spots, let's say, like, let's look at this as a job. How many spots are up for grabs right now? People could, if they wanted to email you today and get in touch with you?
So how to sign up, basically you visit the Rogers website, so it's rogerstv.com. Click on the Ottawa location, because we have many different Rogers TV stations all around Ontario, New Brunswick, just to specify to make sure to apply for the Ottawa version of Rogers TV. And then I usually get an email after the application is done, and then we schedule an appointment, and then we go from there.
But we're always looking for volunteers.
We're always looking
There's
for
always
volunteers.
positions that are available.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a lot of fun. One more time, quickly. How do people volunteer or find go online?
Right.
They just go online.
Yeah. So basically, rogerstv.com. Click on the Ottawa location and fill out the volunteer application, and then we go from there. And we have a first meeting, do a first camera training, and it goes from there.
Come on in.
Yes, we're
check
always
it out.
looking. Yeah,
thank you so much, J.F. Dufault. Thank you very much for being here
My
today.
pleasure.
Volunteer at Rogers Television. It's a lot of fun. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.